welcome back to the garden. It is a beautiful day, and that gets you thinking, right? Is it the right time to get my Brugmansias out? So it's very early May at the moment, and I'm going to give you a couple of reasons just to hold on. Even though the weather is like this, I've actually got a little bit of frost damage being wrapped up in the greenhouse. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So this is what my Brugmansias have looked like overnight. My wife hasn't kindly taken them off, but I'll show you anyway, and I'm going to show you that we've had a little bit of frost damage on just the tips of a couple of the young ones. So this is one of my smallest Brugmansias, and you can see it had fleece over the top, only a single layer, and this is in the greenhouse, and this has just got a little bit of frost damage. And I'm also going to pull the one out that I left outside and show you what that looks like. I left it out a couple of weeks ago, and it's actually shed all of its leaves now. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to prune it to make the most of the situation that I'm in now. So I'll put a picture in now of what this looked like after a night of frost, and this was right next to the house. Obviously it hasn't killed it, it's still healthy, it's just lost all of its big leaves. So I go on about the main leader all the time with this. I'm going to take off this big leaf here. And again, what I'm going to do is take off every single one apart from the top. I'm not going to say one, I'm going to say the top two just to be controversial, because if the frost takes the very top one, then it's going to have to start again. Once we start to get a little bit of a leader on this, then I shall take it all down to just one little stem. But for now, if you find yourself in this position, don't worry. Yes, they've had a knock, but they're not going to die. Now you can just see the damage on the right, where the frost has just had it compared to on the left. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to take that little bit of growth just off there and keep this as its main one, because that won't do anything now, that'll just drop, and this will probably overtake it naturally anyway. This is going straight into water. So I'm pretty confident my wife hates this, but that's going just in there to get some roots. And we've actually got some salvia hot lips, which have rooted really well just by dropping them in water. So a good little tip that, even in the greenhouse or on a windowsill, just fill up an old mug, a little bit of water, and any cuttings that you may find you want to take, just drop them in there and just change the water when it starts to look a bit manky, but that's all right at the minute. And then back into the window. So these are the ones that have been tucked away in the greenhouse underneath the table and wrapped up. So really I should have put my smaller ones in amongst these. However, we live and we learn. So you can see the frost damage that I've had on my smaller ones. Now, the best advice that I can give you guys is wait till the end of May. Now, end of May should really give us a good window for when the frosts are no longer around. We're having some real beautiful days like today, but we're still having quite a lot of cold nights, and it really is going to stunt your growth. It's going to take off pretty much every leaf. As you can see, it's done with some of mine. So just be patient, keep feeding them, keep watering them. Mine have had to come outside because they're just far too big for the windowsill. I've done a couple of videos on how to care for them over winter, and this winter is going to be a little bit different, as we're going to do a vlog on bubble wrapping a single pane greenhouse and getting some heat in there as well to try and save my brand new collection of Brugmansias. So keep feeding them, keep watering them, keep taking off them multi stems. This one at the back here I'm going to pull forward in just a moment, and this is one that had like a multi crown and it didn't look the best, to be completely honest. So what I've done is now it's actually stopped trying to put up a multi stem and it's actually going to try and flower. If I wanted this to be absolutely huge, one of the monsters, I would take these flowers off. But do you know what? There's not much happening flower-wise in a tropical garden at the minute. The canna lilies are barely started. So I'm going to leave this on. I'm going to enjoy these couple of flowers for this yellow Brugmansia. It won't be the biggest one, purely because I'm going to let it flower now, but I'm going to still keep it a single stem to try and get it as high as we possibly can. I hope you enjoyed this really quick update on Brugmansias. If you are growing Brugmansias, then just drop us a comment down below. Let me know how you're getting on, where you're keeping them, what you're feeding them, and all that sort of good stuff. A couple of things I feed mine with. One is seaweed feed and the other is the chicken manure pellets as well. And they are very thirsty, so you will notice when these guys need a drink, they're a little bit dramatic. There's a little sign that you can buy that says something like feeling dramatic, might die later, or something like that, and this is certainly one of those plants. And there's your difference in a frost damaged plant from a couple of weeks ago. Not dead, but it's had a real knock, and one that's been tucked away quite nicely. The one thing, when you bring them out, water them straight away, because with the wind and the sun they'll look a bit dramatic. Even straight away you can tell how these leaves have just dipped just that little bit. So don't panic, just give them a good water. And there we have it. If I've missed anything, then please drop a comment down below with any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them the best I can. So good luck with your Brugmansia growing. These are a real beauty, and I know they're getting more and more popular. So just bear with them. By July, we'll have an absolute completely different plant. So if you enjoyed the video, then please give it a big thumbs up, as it really does help the channel out in many different ways, and drop a comment down below, as it helps share it out to others who love gardening just like we do. But until next time, we'll see you in the garden. You take care, guys.